More America in that one.
Mer.
We should be live now. All right. Well, welcome back to this shenanigans of beneath the Reichhead Glacier. You guys found your way deeper into the depths underneath the glacier, following the tubes from a warm-bodied, many-legged Remoraz as it used to tunnel through into the areas below and around the glacier. As you guys kind of were exploring this frozen forest and eating, some pears, some odd colored purple pears that you guys found in these trees here in this small grove. You heard the distant cackling of what you came to find out was a gnoll vampire. And as the vampire descended down upon you, down the tunnel that you guys had come down, calling with it additional kobold vampire spawn, both from the tunnel and from additional tunnels to the north. You guys fought off all of the vampire spawn, and fearing for its life, the gnoll attempted to escape, getting trapped in a circle whirlwind wall of wind in its mist form, before dropping into its null form and climbing up the tunnel using its claws. And as you guys were fighting that, Nicola had lit a bonfire and was quickly reprimanded from something in the trees. And that's where we pick up. Is there anything that you guys, as you guys kind of look around, everything kind of is still around you. There's still a crackling bonfire, near Nicola.
I cure wounds myself.
Okay. So as you say, breather real quick, Ashar touches himself and heals himself. Anything else?
We discover that no one is down.
You look around and your party seems to be up at this point.
Okay. I wouldn't know that anyone was attacked. Unless somebody said something, or like attacked or restrained or something. So I would come out of that battle and I would heal myself because I'm in trouble.
Okay. You look over and you see Monty and Nicola kind of tangled up in what appears to be some sort of magical kind of roots coming out of the ground.
While healing myself, I would send Opal over to start trying to free them with her steamy mouth.
How big are these trees? They're how like wide around?
Cut them down.
These trees, they're probably a good 5-6 feet in diameter or so. I mean, these are some big looking trees.
Like the trunk is?
Hide.
Their trunk is.
How thick that trunk be?
Is there any fire still going? We should. Looks like it happened when the fire came. I shout as I'm trying to pull the tangled roots off of me.
Opal's over there chomping.
I'll step to there and hide, and then I'm gonna look around to see if I can figure out what cast whatever that was.
Gillen, is my bonfire still lit?
Does
Shouldn't
it only
it
last
be?
a minute or does it last 6 seconds?
It only lasts a minute, but I think it's concentration. I have to look.
You could cancel it if you like.
That's what I'm getting at. Is if it's still going, I'd like to make it not go anymore.
Okay. Yeah, it's like kind of dwindling. If you want to drop it, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to drop it, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide and then look around.
Are there any animals like squirrels or anything, or is it just like a grove of trees?
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check. Okay.
22.
Okay, looks like I rolled a 22. Looking around, you don't see any small mammal tracks, creatures. It would be odd to see something like that kind of this deep underneath a glacier. You do, however, with a 22 and a 17, both see kind of tracks going from the direction of where Quixotic is down towards the direction where Nicola is, kind of through there. And additionally, you see tracks kind of heading down into around to the south side, like kind of south of Nicola, kind of splits off and goes east.
Yeah. Haven't had much chance recently, but I will cast. Second. Clicking on shit on accident. Speak with plants.
Speak with plants.
Mhm.
Huh.
Okay.
Be plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentence animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. So I'd like to question the plants.
Yeah, second.
Gain no magical ability influence, but you can speak with any plant creature in the area. Oh, the spell can cause plants
Okay.
created by the entangle spell to release restrained creature.
Nice.
I'll use that to unrestrain you then as well.
Okay. You cast speak with plants. And what do you say?
Ask them if this is retaliatory. Are they doing this?
You hear kind of from, let's see, where are you? You hear from kind of like what sounds like coming from this direction here, from this tree. You hear a kind of a deep voice in that speaks with a confidence of years of experience, and you hear it say, "These roots are not from us. They come from our protector."
These roots are made for walking.
Very good.
I went there too.
I'll let them know, like, have we done you harm? Is this because we took your fruit?
We have lived this long through the utmost care we take in protecting ourselves from those who wish us harm.
Can I hear what you're saying? Or what the tree is saying?
No.
Okay.
As far as we are concerned, fire is very harmful.
Oh, well, please accept my apologies. We were only defending ourselves from a foe that we assumed was weak to fire, but we did not mean anything to come, like any harm to come to you. I'll tell Nicola to put the fire out if he hasn't.
And the tree responds, "Please accept our deepest apologies for attempting to protect ourselves from what we thought was a foe attacking us."
I mean, no harm, no foul. I mean, protecting yourself is important. I'm just glad we're not foes at the moment. Can we speak to your keeper?
And as you say that, you see kind of a flutter of leaves kind of swirl up in the tree kind of beyond the wall to the south near Nicola here. And you see it kind of swirl into like a little bit of a whirlwind. And as you pause and look up, you see a kind of creature appear in the coming out of the leaves, and it looks kind of like this.
Ooh,
8 of 10.
Rhiannon,
There.
8
8 out of
10.
solid 8.
I don't know.
I'll
I don't know,
continue to
that's pretty cool.
speak in plant speak and tell her that we meant no harm. We meant no harm. The fire was for our defense against the creature and not for you. I apologize if we offended you.
She kind of, this creature looks to you, and you hear back in Elvish,
You speak
"These
Elvish?
trees are under my protection."
Who speaks Elvish?
I do.
Sylvan is not Elvish. Oh no, they're different. Sylvan is just what we call Elvish colloquially, isn't it? Like in our world. Human world, Colin's world.
Collins World.
Isn't
IRL. We call it IRL.
Sylvan?
Yeah, don't we refer to Elvish language as
Yeah.
Sylvan?
I think they're distinct.
They're different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I speak Elvish.
And I guess I should ask, like, were you speaking
I was plant
as
speaking.
common or
I was
Or are you
plant speaking.
speaking
I was
Sylvan?
plant speaking in. Well,
do you speak Sylvan? Is that one of the languages you know?
I speak Sylvan and Primordial and Draconic and Deep
Okay.
Speech.
But you were talking to it in plant, right?
I was plant speaking. Oh, it can understand me. I think I would have been speaking Sylvan because I think that's like the language of nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
So I would have been
Fey.
speaking in Sylvan.
Okay. So then the creature that kind of appears out of the whirlwind of leaves speaks in Sylvan, and she says, "I am the keeper of these trees, the protector, the one who can move around. What brings you to our grove?"
Mostly passing through, but actually looking for a safe place to rest. Is there a way for us to capitulate is not a word my character would use. Make amends for spooking you.
She says, "What gifts have you brought to our grove?"
Keelan, are there any like pears or fruit that aren't quite blossoming?
With a 22 perception, looking around, you see a couple that are kind of in some of the upper branches that appear to be not quite fully budded out yet.
Can I use Druidcraft to get a couple of them to bloom, considering it's a random effect that I got from eating a plant?
You cast Druidcraft on the tree, on one of the trees that you got the ability from, and you see the pear
Circular reference.
become fully plump. You see it, this flower begin to kind of
Engorged.
Goodness gracious!
Been playing too many of those JRPGs.
Holy shit!
I leaned in real hard. Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
All those headphone users.
Oh, literally
So,
everyone but us. Whoops.
Mhm.
Ooh.
You see the flower kind of get bigger and then kind of shrivel away as you see this pear begin to form where the flower was, and it gets bigger and larger and becomes this enormous pear on the branch. And she says, I see that you've gained the ability to work with plants. This is quite the interesting ability to have been gained. What else have you brought?
I have a bottle of wine in my pack that I could offer her.
You like getting fucked up?
She says, she kind of like puts her fingers together, and you see her kind of like twiddle, like go like this, and she goes, it's been a while since I've had, and at this point she's still speaking Sylvan, and she kind of sees what you're offering, and she says in Sylvan, it's been a while since I've had a good bottle of wine. I think that would be a good start.
Do you desire company? Or would you like to just sit and converse with people?
Can you read Elvish?
I can play you music.
She says, she responds in Elvish. I guess, did you say that in Elvish?
Yeah, I guess I will.
Okay. She responds in Elvish. She says, of course I can read Elvish. Silly duckling. And she kind of taps her hand down. You see a kind of a puddle of leaves kind of spray up as if a gust of wind kind of blew them.
Okay. Does your little bag make ducklings?
Nice.
Oh,
Perfect.
do I have?
Nope,
Wait,
you
do I have
pull
one
out a
more charge for the
beaver.
day?
Ugh.
I think I burned my last charge for the day. The reason I ask is I have two books. One is it's called Elvish Memory, a saucy romance novel, and one is
Ooh,
Elves: A
nice.
Constant Contradiction. And I was going to offer one of them.
That seems like a fun idea.
She
Yeah,
want
I
that
wasn't
smut.
sure which.
She want that smut.
That
You-
probably is
I
saucy
mean,
romance.
realistically.
She's lonely.
So, just a thought.
Says, I'm always interested in in sharing stories with those who care to listen, but those who pass through down here are not usually the ones who care to share stories.
If your grove is safe, we'd love to give you 8 hours.
She says, I make no promises as to the safety of my grove. There are numerous creatures who pass through here. She says, there's strange one-eyed creatures that lurk to the south. I'm surprised that they have not.
D&D's horny tonight.
I'm surprised. I think it's just you guys.
Tell me more about your strange one-eyed creatures in the south.
Down in
Pervert.
the south.
They live amongst the tangled undergrowth.
Oh. They like to burrow amongst it. No, never mind. There we go.
Very good.
We got there.
Yep, we did.
We did
Mission
it, everybody.
accomplished, boys.
Congratulations.
Yay. She's still speaking in Sylvan, right? And I do not. So
She is still speaking in Sylvan. Though she did respond to she did respond to Quixotic talking about a book in Elvish.
We don't mind sitting down with you and sharing our time and whatever we may have. I have a wealth of fish bones and carcasses, which may be in addition to your compost that you may not have here. Might help with your growing trees. I don't know.
She says the trees would appreciate any additional nutrients. Finding such things down here is difficult, to say the least.
I'll
we
fucking
wake up in 8 hours and be attached to the trees. Don't do it.
don't
Don't do it.
I'll pick up a cobalt body. I'll be like, and what about these? Can I bury these for you?
She says that would be an interesting fertilizer, to say the least.
Don't go to waste.
But waste not, want not. Want not, waste not.
I'll like sidle up to Quicks and just whisper like, "What the fuck is happening? Can you give me the
Translate for
Cliff's
us.
notes here?"
I can pick up half of it. It depends on when she switches languages. But it sounds like we're gonna try and rest here,
Huh.
which would be
Yeah,
a good
I'll take
idea.
a second. I'll take a second to truncate the conversation for everyone now.
Okay.
Yeah, seems
Yeah.
friendly enough.
Mm.
Doesn't mind us staying. Just wants knickknacks or offerings in return.
Mm.
Maybe bury some kobolds under the trees for nutrients. Other than that, I don't know.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
say, can we dig here? What about the root structures?
They'll make
Also
it there
ice.
eventually.
Probably frozen. Yeah.
I was gonna say also ice.
I don't know. Like, what is I guess the ground around here? These trees, like, is the ground different? Is it thawed? Is it softer? Is it lush? Or is it just snowpack and then trees coming out?
As you look down at the ground, the floor seems to be a mixture of earth and ice. By some magic or miracle, the trees seem to be alive, thick with their frosty leaves, but the ground itself seems to be soft and frozen in some spots, as if by some magic, likely.
Okay. Truly, if you want, I don't mind doing hard labor. I'm not much for conversation. The others who do likely speak your other tongue better than the one that we are speaking now. So if you'd like to address them in Elvish, it'd probably be better. Or if you know Common, I don't know.
Says, I do not know the voice of it. And she says it's in Elvish now. She says, I do not know the voice, the tongue of the masses, but I can easily speak in the Elvish if that would make it easier for your companions to understand.
Yeah, the conversationalist will engage you in that tongue, and I will start digging.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll find a not icy spot of ground to kind of set up my little comfy, not necessarily bedroll, but like kind of, like resting spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, as close as I can to where she is and where the group is. I don't know where she is.
Where?
She is currently kind of standing.
Oh, cool. I see.
Yeah.
And I'll ask Quicks if she knows how to play dice.
Yeah, okay, I will ask. First I'll ask,
Gamble with her?
when she said that
Let
the
her win.
one-eyed monsters were to the south, what hole were they out of?
God damn it.
Number 2.
This is the second hole.
Ooh, spicy kind of name.
Yeah, gotta watch out for the back door.
She
I thought that was an
kinda-
exit only.
Oh no, 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 no. Only for cowards.
uh, she says the creatures generally stay in the cavern to the direct south there,
Okay.
and are generally keep to themselves, if only to peek out in curiosity.
I'm gonna able to hang over here and just keep watch.
Is there a spot that she goes to rest? Like a home, or she just hang out by these like 8 trees? Or how many there are?
She says, I tend to stay with the trees.
Okay.
I can become one with the trees, and should I need to leave, I can go back to my home in the Fae. That's actually how I found these trees. Was I found them? They called to me from the Fae, and so I opened a door and appeared in out of one of them. And these trees are my friends now.
Oh.
And so I have taken up as their protector, as they have grown over the years into these giants that they are.
They are beautiful. Rhiannon, I'm assuming your dice are made of bone.
Yes.
Okay. Just in my head, I'm going, it probably wouldn't be good if we used wooden dice.
No.
So I will ask her if she plays dice.
She goes, I do not know. I don't think I've ever played dice before, but I'm always up for learning something new.
I will kind of, I guess, translate between the two.
Yeah, I can't
as
talk to her, so I was just trying to see if we could play a game or
Yeah, we can work something out, as I realized that I probably shouldn't offer a book made out of dead trees. Because I'm assuming it's not a tablet.
what's done is done.
Yeah,
You didn't make it.
that's
Also,
true.
I'm sure she has book in the Feywild.
True.
That's not a really, what is it? Oratory.
I don't know. Either way, I'll offer to, like, me and Alice and her can play dice. I think we're both exhausted anyway, so
Okay.
that seems like
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah, she says, I'm more than happy to learn if you're willing to teach me. What game do you have in mind?
I think, am I
Right,
trained?
left, center.
I'm trying to remember if I'm also trained. Oh, I'm trained in playing cards, so you must be trained in dice. So you'll have to teach me as well, and then I'll teach her. So it'll be like a fun game of telephone for the whole thing.
Yeah. Whatever, common funsies, screwing around, sitting around game. We'll just dirtle around for a little bit and I'll, whatever dried fruit I'm usually nibbling on, I'll share and pass around. And
We've got dice and we've got alcohol. We just played bar dice.
there we go.
Ship Captain Crew.
Liar's dice.
Done.
She says, all right. So tell me the rules of your dice game. We roll all 5 dice at one time.
I looked at. I don't
So-
I don't remember in real life, and 2, I don't remember. I wouldn't know in game.
Okay, so you guys would know the game of bar dice or bar dice here and how it's played in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
Yep. And so she says, "All right, what's our ante here? What are we playing for?"
God, she catches on quick.
Oof. She's gonna smoke you, school you.
She's gonna fleece us for everything we own.
Mhm.
We play
Um,
for secrets.
I thought we were just playing for fun.
Yeah, I don't.
She's an
yeah, I'm
exotic
okay with
creature. She
funsies.
doesn't, her fun is secrets
But,
and
Yeah, I
things.
think the Fae are,
Trixie.
as we're sitting here, can I make some kind of check to figure out what this thing is and see if it's not like highly dangerous and I just don't know didn't realize
Uh,
until now.
Yeah,
The
go ahead and make me
seductress.
an insight check.
Inside I can do. 17.
You get the sense that this creature is more dangerous than what it's letting on. But is not outwardly hostile towards you.
Okay.
With with 17 insight, I mean, like, seems a little bit lonely, looking for. Seemed open to your companionship.
One-eyed monster in the Southlands. Tangle in the underbrush.
Keep trying
Yeah,
to
we've
sneak
we've
in.
got a bard here. If you're lonely,
Bang that tree. Bang that tree.
show me a knots.
So
Yes,
all right. So
you're not
you
in
guys would know for Bardites here. For anyone who's playing,
I'll
we're gonna
cast
play
comprehend
one-on-one.
languages and I'll play. Like I will participate what I can only understand. I can't speak, but
Can
I'll
you-
engage how I can.
Do you not know Elvish?
I don't know Elvish, no.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
Shit.
All right.
All
Some
right,
reason
so
I-
start by rolling 5d6.
I don't know.
And
if
we're
we
just gonna
can
do
this.
we're gonna do one person at a time. We're just gonna play with. All right. And so what your goal is to try and roll the highest combination of like one of a kind of like one type of number.
Okay.
Multiples, yeah.
So I don't want to. I don't
Do you
want to
pick
just
one to
keep the
keep?
6, right? We're gonna want to roll again.
And so you can keep the 6. If you want to roll 6s, then you roll 4 dice. You're gonna roll 3 times.
Is it the highest number wins, right? You want to keep the most number of sequences, but the highest number wins, right? So if everybody has
Yes.
3 6s or three of the same kind, someone has a 6 and someone has a 5 and someone has a 4, the 6 wins, right?
I'll keep the 6. If
Keep
It would be the high. So a 3 of a kind of 1s would beat a 2 of a kind of 6s.
6s. Yep.
I'll keep the 6.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep the
Ooh.
other 6. All right, I have 2 6s.
All right, so a pair of 6s. All right, so she's gonna roll. She's gonna keep the 2 4s. Oh, did that come through?
It did not.
All right, she rolled 2 4s, a 3, a 6, and a 2. So she's gonna keep the 2 4s, and she's gonna roll again. And she's gonna still keep the 2 4s, and roll one last time. And so she rolled 3 4s, so 3 of a kind. And she says, "All right."
Go ahead, Alice.
She says, "That's a fun game."
You're on.
5d6, I think.
Oh,
All right, let's see what we got here. You got a 2 3s, a 5, a 6, and a 2.
so you're trying to make like a poker hand out of it, I guess. So go for a run, go for
No, I think you just want, it's the most
Just-
of
Can-
multiples,
Same.
basically.
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
3 of a
Yeah,
kind,
same.
4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, 6 of a
Keep-
kind.
Keep my 3s and roll the other 3 dice.
Yep. You need 4 of a kind to beat the 3 4s.
nope.
Ooh, you might want to keep
sixes and
those.
2
Switch to
threes.
the 2 6s though.
How many
No,
tries
she's
do we get?
still-
Then I
3
want
tries.
3.
Yeah, so that's a good call. I'm gonna keep the 2 6s and roll 3 again.
Or 6s?
Hey.
Damn.
There you go.
Nice.
Dang.
Woo. Might as well not even roll.
You could do it. I believe in you.
I will keep the 1-6.
Go for
Keep it straight.
Yahtzee.
I have
6.
3
I don't think
6s.
that's
I know.
not,
So I'm rolling 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. 3 6s.
Okay.
Alice wins.
All right, so Alice
Awesome.
wins, but more so Quixotic loses.
Yes, I do.
And so she looks to you and she says, "Oh, by these rules, I think it's your secret to give."
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh.
all right.
Ooh.
venomous. Poison.
Have we been drinking while we've been doing this?
Herb.
Of course, there's wine.
All right. I will say this isn't my face.
She goes, "Interesting. Tell me more."
One secret at a time.
She goes, "That's a nice face you have. I would be remiss to say that I'm surprised that it's not yours."
I've worn it for a long time. But that's 2 secrets.
She says, "Should we play again?"
Do we want to do one more and then we can fast forward? Or are we good?
I'm beat. I think I gotta turn in this, the rest and
Yeah.
the food and the talking.
Oh, yeah. I'll do one more unless one other person wants to do it just to see if I can get a secret out of her.
I'll let you two do your secrets.
All right, I'll do one more.
I'm just over in the corner, digging holes. Digging holes.
Is that empty?
I'll
Ooh.
keep the 3s.
Okay.
Shit, all right, 2 6s is my best then.
Okay.
I should have
Right.
been one more.
I'm gonna keep the 3s as well. 2 3s. 3
You
3s.
got me.
And
More secrets.
yeah.
Actually, hang
Alright.
on. I didn't roll the last. Okay, yep, you got me. I'm not good at the dice. So then one more secret.
One more secret.
One more secret than bedtime. His face was a man I admired who passed. Not by my hands.
You see her kind of like nod. She says, "Well, you wear it well." And
I wear it often.
that you would hopefully you do his memory honor by wearing his face.
I try and do better every day. I will make a flower and give it to her and then get ready for bed.
She takes the flower and she says, "I appreciate the candidness that you have shown." She says, "I will caution you in the sleep that you seek that there are other creatures other than the one-eyed monsters below that pass through here." She says, "Just the other day, 3 dark elves have passed through here on multiple occasions, coming and going from the southwest passages."
Oh,
Does anyone relay this information?
I'll pass it along. It's important.
Digging holes. Digging holes.
Well, we should just get going then.
We've got to find a place to rest, regardless of where we do it. Maybe it'll be worth it just to camouflage ourselves. Like we could do that before we sleep, right?
Okay. So we're just gonna risk it?
I we gotta find somewhere because you're at half strength and I think everybody else is beat to hell.
Okay, I'll take a
Beat
first
to
watch.
Yeah.
If we can maybe like kind of cuddle up a little bit away. It seems like she said south and southwest passages, so try to not be in front of those.
Are are there any leaves on the ground or anything? Is there anything we could use to make?
I mean, like there
Like a
are
blind or
low
something?
broken walls. Like that's what
Yeah.
you see around you that you can.
Well, right, but I was wondering like if there's dead plant matter somewhere, if we could kind of,
He's trying to Peter Millark himself, if you will.
yeah, that. Exactly that. Just a little bit of camouflage, make like a hide or something like that up against one of the walls, just so it just looks like a pile of leaves or something. You know, just give us a little bit of cover.
Yeah, there's not too much. But as you look around, you find a combination of sticks, and you find small things that you could probably cover up 2 of the holes in the wall.
Okay. Maybe we can,
So I think we should make a spot like right where you and I are, Quicks,
yeah.
and have
just kind
people
of-
cuddle up and rest, and then I'll take a watch. And if anybody else wants to spell me,
Yeah, I think I'll try and rest right away and then watch for the rest of the time, I think.
Okay.
So I'll say before we kind of bed down, I'm sorry, I apologize for imposing, but I appreciate the company. It's been fairly hostile down here. And can I kind of try and gauge your reaction as well? I say that.
Okay. I mean, you get your reaction, as she says. I appreciate a peaceful lot of company. It's hard to find such conversationalists down here. Most things down here intend harm amongst others, and in an effort to protect these trees. And over the centuries, I have secluded myself away as much as possible.
I can see that they are growing beautifully. You have done tremendous work for such a small space.
Spreading dirt. Spread.
She says, "These trees are not
Quicks is
mine,
gonna get
but
you
I am I act as their protector. These trees came before me and will hopefully be here long after I'm gone. Should the goodwill provide."
Does she look? I'm assuming she looks healthy. Because she's like a plant person, or she looks like one, right?
Yeah. She is very much like a plant person.
Can I use my last druid craft to like clean up, like if she's got some dying plant matter or something like that, just kind of clean up what like a surface kind of touch up kind of thing.
Yeah, you see kind of like this patch of moss on kind of like her lower thigh, and kind of as you cast your craft on it, you see kind of like perk up and become a little bit greener, and she looks to you and she kind of smiles warmly at you.
Smooth moves.
Yeah, you know it.
Woo!
Yeah, all right.
Shovel in the ground and wipe the sweat from my brow, and I'll grab a pear from one of the trees and start eating it.
There you go. Alright, I'm gonna.
You
I'm gonna
gain the
bunker down for
ability to
evening.
move large amounts of earth.
Yeah, right.
He's like, oh, you gain shape Earth. Fuck.
Fuck me. Alright, I'll
Some
yeah, bunk bed down for the evening.
Sound good. As you guys kind of make camp here amongst the trees, trying to hide amongst the walls and try and seclude yourself away. Who's ever taken first? If somebody's taken first watch, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Hit me. Do the thing.
what?
Perception check.
I'm clicking the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't kidding. I ate one of those pears. Do I get
Hot
to make? Do I get?
cheese,
Do I get magic again?
cheese, hot
Did you already eat a pear?
perceive.
Yeah, I ate one.
Okay. You eat a pear and it is delicious, especially after digging all those holes.
Very good.
Tell me more
But
about the holes, Keelan.
You dug lots of different holes. What was that? 8
Are they
different
round
or so?
holes?
They're the size of a body,
Body shaped holes?
a full body hole.
Body is it's pronounced booty.
Booty, a
Oh,
booty
booty,
hole.
okay.
That's
In
hole
this
number
particular
2.
region.
Number 2.
It's only booty if it's made from the booty region of
The booty
I'm
region.
sorry.
Where are you going with this, Raven?
that didn't make any
That
sense,
did
but I'm
not
glad I
sound
got a
right.
laugh anyway.
Otherwise, it's just sparkling asshole.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. You complete me.
Bringing it around, just reaching around and grabbing it.
I didn't even know what I needed. Oh my god. And we had to reach around. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Okay, I got 20 perception. I am perceptive.
Okay, you are perceptive. As you kind of keep an eye and an ear out for the area around you, you don't hear that laughing, cackling sound that you heard earlier throughout the cavern of the Knoll vampire. What you do hear coming out of the cavern to the south, you hear kind of mumbling, muttering under hushed tones. Not anything logical, but something of in an old, similar to the sounds of the tour guide orb that you had before.
Professor Scant.
Not Professor Scant, but when you press the tour guide button
Ah, yes.
higher up in the area, you hear sounds similar to the things that it initially and how it initially talked, indicating that something in the cavern to the south knows or perhaps knew at one point the Netherese tongue. But the rest of your watch goes by without any additional creatures passing through here.
Okay. Yeah, as long as it's just mumbling and nobody's like showing their face or peeking their nose out, I'll just hang tight. And when my watch is over, I'll wake Quixotic and crash.
Yeah. All right, I'll get my, do I get my 4 hours that I need? I'm assuming. And then also, do we get our hit points back? Because a lot of us were temporarily reduced.
Give me 1 second.
New If something happens, do the thing.
Absolutely.
It says as it scrolls.
The reduction lasts until a target finishes a long rest.
Okay. So then. Bam. Okay. Did that carry over? It did. All my spells and shit are back. And a weird question, but does that pass dawn outside? It doesn't matter like the time frame. It's just a weird phrasing for one of my things.
Okay.
Also, we
Oh.
would get temporary hit points too if it was dawn, I
Oh yeah,
think.
that's right. Hang on. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, it would be past midnight at this point.
Oh, well, is it past midnight or is it at dawn? Because it's specific, that's the specific trigger phrase. If it's not
Isn't he
at
like
dawn,
the
I just,
dawn god? I would probably say it's dawn.
well, no, it's for the bag of tricks. The bag of tricks
Oh,
says
gotcha. I thought you
that
meant
I
the
get it
10th.
I get them back at dawn, not at rest.
But I mean, I think the sunshine god, that's very thematic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Although the
Um,
irony is like on a spherical planet, right? But hey, come on.
yeah, alright.
This is clearly a flat plane.
Clearly, it's
Oh,
flat.
for sure.
If you insist this world is flat, I quit.
What
Fully
is-
out.
what is what does Forgotten Realms lore have to say about flat Earth theory? Flat
I will
Forgotten
not
Realms
condone
theory.
such fuckery.
This plane. There could exist a flat plane. I mean, that could be a thing.
Thomas had never seen such bullshit.
Yeah,
Alright, alright, so
The
I'll
2D
get up
plane.
and then, who else was getting up with me?
Is this your another watch?
Yeah,
or
for
you-
watch, yeah. Or I,
I'll take a watch with you. I'll chat.
otherwise I can watch by myself, cause technically
No, that's fine.
I'm rested.
That's fine. I could do a watch in a 8-hour shift and still get my full
Alright.
rest. So
Alright. I'll get up and then get you up a little later or something.
yeah, sure. I'll assist your eyes.
Alright. Perception check?
go ahead and make me a perception check.
21.
Right, yeah, with a 21, you as well kind of hear the mumbling, muttering Netherese words, kind of coming from the cavern to the south. But you don't sense or hear or see anything else kind of coming through the grove.
All I'm picturing in my head is, we can't find it. Where's the precious?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Very much so. And as you get close to the end of your rest,
Mm-hmm.
you do start to hear from the cavern, from the tunnel to the southwest down
Mhm.
here. You still do start to hear some noises coming
Mm.
from deep within.
I'll
It definitely
point
does not
that-
sound like they are on you yet.
Okay, I will point that out to Monty. And then I will move. To there, there and hide, I guess.
I will slowly, like quietly go around and start to rouse people, let them know we might have company. Quicks, I'm assuming you're keeping an eye out.
Yeah, it's my intention is to move there and kind of get into a position where I can see down at that hallway from where I kind of stash myself.
Did we lose Alex?
I think we
You
did.
I texted him and I said, asked him if he was all right. So
Nicola, I'm assuming you're inside with us, right?
Yes, sir. Nicola is beat.
So I put those little purple circles on there. We would have blocked off those two passages and kind of made a little thing in by that tree corner there.
I mean, like
Yeah.
here, like we would all be over there.
By
Purpose-
where Alice is
Yeah. So we would all be resting in this area.
Hiding.
kind of up in there. Yeah, so with the leaves and shit that I found, I blocked off where I put those circles. So in theory,
Oh, right around that tree, not where the lady's at.
yeah. So in theory, we'd have a little spot to rest. And then, while I'm up, where did the Levy lady go? Also, does she
She's-
have a name? I don't remember.
she's
if
on
I
the
ever
other
asked her
side.
that.
She's on the other
Uh,
side.
You did not ask her.
I'll ask her when I wake up.
She kind of comes down from the tops of one of the trees. You see her kind of up there watching over the grove as you look up, and you kind of like wait to her to get her attention, and you see her kind of like almost open a door in the tree trunk, and then where you're standing, she all of a sudden, you didn't see it before, but you see it clear as day now. There's almost a doorway out of in this tree trunk, and it kind of opens up, and she walks out, and then she closes the door. The doorway kind of conceals itself back into the tree, and she says, "I see you looked a little bit more well rested."
Much for sure.
Is there something I can help you with?
I never caught. I guess yeah, I never caught your name or what we should call you. It's hard to thank someone without a identity.
And she said, "My name is Hathwin."
Hathwin.
And she says, what may I call you? My friend whose face is not yours.
You may call me Quixotic.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, Quixotic. I hope that you would be able to stay longer. This is quite the beautiful grove here, and I do enjoy your company.
It has been a pleasant surprise to meet someone to interact with in this space.
Says it's nice to have somebody who is not trying to burn and or cut down my trees.
No, I definitely eat another pear though. It's been nice to have real fruit.
Ooh, euphemisms right there.
Oh, are they flirting?
You can eat my pears all night long.
Ah, there we go.
But what about now? It's morning.
She says the magic that that imbues into these pears that makes these trees grow can only be imbued upon a person once per 24 hours.
Okay. All right. They still taste good though. All right. Yeah. All right. So Halfwin, I met
Mhm.
her hidden, looking at the space to that the noise is coming from, and then Monty is starting to wake people up. It sounds like, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Kind of as you're talking with Hathwin and you guys are kind of chit-chatting a little bit, you start to hear the noises coming from the cavern, and you see her sort of freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her all of a sudden kind of
Did she step back into a tree or something?
you see her kind of back into the tree. But before she does so, you see her kind of like take her arm, and almost as if a slight breeze rolls over, and a almost veil of shadows and silence seems to radiate from you and your companions.
Okay.
And she says, "This should make you less visible should you choose to hide." She casts Pass Without a Trace on you guys.
Oh.
Ooh.
Um,
And so that
Would
gives you a +10 bonus on your stealth checks.
would you like me to re-roll? I had rolled when I had said I was hiding, but hadn't done that.
And you can add 10 to that and have a 35.
35.
So we completed our long rest.
You have not completed a long rest yet. Quixotic has, because it has been 4 hours. But
Okay.
everyone else has not finished their long rest yet.
So hopefully they'll pass and we'll just be able to go back to bed. But let's see what happens here.
So Monty's waking everybody up and telling them to kind of like hide behind the trees or whatnot, behind the walls. I need everybody to roll me a stealth check, please.
Can I use my pair invisibility? I think I got invisibility, right?
I don't remember what you got.
I think
I think it was
also-
invisibility.
You also got you also have a +10 to your hide right now because she did. Was it
could
Pass
fairy
Without
fire
Trace or
everybody.
whatever. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That'll help, right?
I don't know. It's just +10. It's not advantage or anything, right?
Nope, just +10.
Okay. I hide. Almost as well as Quixotic. Almost.
Yeah, you did.
So it's a
I
27.
can barely see you.
A 33, a 21. Rhiannon, are you rolling for Colin?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Nikola just barely beat my passive perception.
Yo.
Oh, you should.
Hey,
Ashar rolls a 32.
Nice.
And so between the group, you guys are able to kind of hide and press yourselves into the shadows of these half walls here around these trees. And with your backs up against the wall, similar to Frodo, Sam, as they hide from the Nazgul in just outside of the Shire. Beneath the tree roots, you just find the hole, like small holes that you're able to kind of press your bodies into. As you hear 3 creatures kind of begin to walk into the cavern from the southwest corner.
Bum, 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 bum.
You hear them kind of conversing back and forth, or what sounds like conversing back and forth. And as they get to the center of the cavern, where the most of your fighting happened with the kobolds,
What?
they kind of look down at it and they see splatters of blood, and they look closer, and they see what looks to be drag marks and fresh patches of dirt kind of dug up around the trees. And then you see them kind of like put their backs against the cavern wall here and begin to kind of like walk around. You see them get real silent. And if anybody, sorry, with your 21 perception, as you're kind of watching them go through, you see them kind of react with caution as they.
Can I want to make minor illusion to make so up the tunnel. I want to make noises like what were those centipede things?
The Remoraz?
The Remoraz. I want to make Remoraz noises up the tunnel with minor illusion.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me. I assume you put minor illusion in there.
Yep.
And most likely, can you roll me a deception check? And
If the. I think the creature has to make an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. It's at the end there. To discern if it's like an illusion or if it's the actual thing.
16.
yep. And bring it up real quick so I can roll it. As the creatures hear the scuttling up top, at the top of the tunnel, as their backs get closer to the entrance of the tunnel. And you hear them go. You hear them say something to each other, and they look back and forth. At the blood stains here, the drag marks. And they look up the tunnel, and you see them kind of scuttle across the tunnel as quickly as possible as they make their way north here and through the tunnel to the north. And they pass by without noticing the 7 humanoids and a dragon turtle hidden amongst the trees.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I go back to
Stealthy
sleep?
dragon turtle. Yep. You go. She's like, okay, roll over.
Nap
I'm still
time.
very sleepy.
And there's probably another hour or 2 yet of rest yet. But you get the sense you feel secure in the your ability to make noise is far less after Hathawin cast whatever spell she did on you guys.
Pass without
HAWT.
trace.
I'll be yeah. Ha twin.
So and as you guys go back to sleep, you guys wake up about an hour or 2 later, feeling fully refreshed,
Yay.
having finally gotten the long rest you so sought.
How's
And those hit points that we lost come back.
is Alice looking super strong again?
I'm sure he got those back.
She got half of them back, right? I think.
And
this
then she
was
got
the-
another half back on a different short
Oh,
rest.
okay. Okay.
I'm excited to be able to rage again.
You are
Yeah.
feeling back at full strength.
Yes.
Don't forget to roll your temporary hit points.
Is it morning? Do we get that?
Well, I don't know. I guess that's a good question.
It
Time is a
is
construct. There is no God.
it is morning.
Come on, we gotta take all the advantages we can get. Believe in the God.
Oh,
You get
Can I roll the for 10 points?
That
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Boo, not today.
10 for 10.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Anybody else?
I rolled mine when I woke up, but
Oh.
yeah,
We all failed,
I
apparently.
actually got mine.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right.
Ashar doesn't
Second.
want. He doesn't get any.
I am
Not marked.
updating.
Did nobody get them? That's funny.
Nobody got him.
You guys are fucked.
Quicks did.
Yeah.
Why do y'all look so disappointed this morning?
Eh.
You have good days and you have bad days. It's bad.
You gotta know when to hold them and you gotta know when to fold them.
No one to walk away. Nowhere to run.
Second, I am healing Eno and Kohi so they are fully healed for when they
Oh.
join back next session.
Alex is just done for the night.
He disappeared, didn't say anything. I texted him, he hasn't said anything, so my guess is
Alright.
tired and called it.
Yeah,
He
might have
did
just
a
crashed or something.
goodbye.
It's Starlight.
So I should have done. And just reset, his hit points. I did not long rest him. So I go back. Alan, it was the Den brother in the name that was causing the issues.
Oh, I was certain. Yeah.
Yeah. Although it's still,
Sorted out.
I think it was in his character sheet that I had to add Den brother into it, not necessarily in the display name.
They just have to match. I think they literally just have to be the same names. Long rest feels
Alright.
good. So did what language were the elves speaking when they passed by? Was it it wasn't, elves don't speak deep speech, it's something else. Is it undercommon?
There's undercommon and deep speech and a bunch of other
I can
shit.
speak undercommon.
Yeah, I can speak deep speech. Did any of us catch what they were saying?
Monty would have caught what they said,
Hey,
and he would have heard them say, what happened here? Is this the Fae creature? And as they're kind of like looking into it a little bit more, when they hear the sound of the Remoraz, you heard one say, was this the work of the Remoraz? That creature scares the shit out of me.
They're gonna be confused when they get upstairs and they see that they're all
Right.
fucking dead.
Corpses.
I didn't think that ruse would go very far, but I figured it would carry some weight to get us through a long rest.
As they hear the noise, they say, quick, let's get out of here before it comes back down here.
Goes, "Shh, Jinkies, it's the cops." Fucking runs off.
So, yeah, you get the sense that they notice it. They aren't quite sure. They think that it might have been Heflin, at least burying the bodies, but that the Remoraz may have been the thing that killed the whatever was down here.
Okay.
And
All right.
that's what you heard.
All right.
All right.
Let's pick
our-
a direction then.
Is our new friend here? Is she gone?
Yeah, where did Hathwin go?
Quicks, where's your lady friend?
I don't know. I think she
Don't
ghosted
know.
me.
She Darwayed me.
Just to kind of look around, you can see the door on. You see the outline of a door appear on one of the trees, and you see Heflin kind of step out. She goes, "Looks like you guys made it through their patrol. Is there anything else that I can do for you?"
That's a good question.
I guess we don't know what to ask.
He says, "I get that."
Could you ask her like why she's like down here? Like what she's doing?
Well,
She
she's
need-
kinda, Yeah, I guess we will. She kind of established that she's taking care of the trees, but is there a reason? I guess we don't know any, no, we didn't. I had kind of asked about it, but I guess I didn't. Like, do we know what she is? Is there like a biological explanation for why she'd be hanging out here?
Go ahead and make me either a knowledge nature or a knowledge arcana check.
I'll help you. I'm curious, right? If you're
Yeah.
probably
Oh,
engaging, but I
I'm
will
not even trained. That's, I
converse
was
with-
gonna
oh.
ask if anybody recognizes what she
I can
kinda
take a look.
is.
I can make a knowledge arcana.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Because I'm truly not trained in any of those things, so I wouldn't have a,
Sevens. But it's a
Okay.
16.
there you go.
Okay. As outright, you've heard lore, you've heard tales of creatures of the forest that speak for the trees, that protect the trees of different groves, and are usually bound to it for one reason or another. This might be one of those creatures, but you've never seen one or met one in person, so it's hard to tell, and the stories are always a little bit discombobulated when you've heard them.
Yeah, it seems like she's probably somehow bound or compelled or, feels, connected to this grove. So looks like she has a trick with the Darwish, so she might tend multiple groves, but yeah. We could ask her if
Okay.
she needs any help herself being down here with all these one-eyed monsters. I mean, she seems very strong and independent, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to repay a favor.
Yeah,
With one-eyed monsters.
you handle those two, I'll handle these. Yeah, I guess I'll ask her. So we're gonna make our way, but is there anything we can do to assist you before we leave?
And I would love it. I appreciate all that you have done, and keeping me company, and the wine, and the dice, and the additional compost for my friends here.
The wine and the dice and the compost.
Compost, yeah.
And you see the leaves kind of begin to swirl and kind of almost like warm embrace you, Quixotic, as I have coming in for a hug. Can you go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Of course.
Ooh, you're charmed.
8.
She says, I would love it if you would come back and visit me, or even stay with me. Keep me company, Quixotic. You've shown that you're a friend of the trees. And I would love it if you would be willing to stay and help protect them from whatever evil creatures may try and do them harm with me. And so you, my friend, as she has embraced you, you feel this sense to heed and protect her. You're not under her control necessarily, but you are charmed, and you want to do everything you can to take its requests or actions in the most favorable way that you can.
Do I still get the elvish abilities, right?
You would.
And also, wait, and also is it a spell or first is it a spell or an ability?
It is an ability.
Okay, and also, the way we've been playing Quixotic, he has the elvish traits, correct? which is why
Yep.
he has.
Yeah,
okay.
because you've been in the body for long enough that you've taken on
Okay.
the Elvish traits.
Then I have advantage on, against being charmed,
Okay.
so.
As she
yes.
embraces you, you feel this desire to stick to please her, to do anything you can to help her out. And then she continues, she asks you to, if you're willing to, if you'll stay and help protect. And you're able to shake it off a little bit.
I'll shed a tear and say that we have business yet to complete, but when my work here is done, I will make every effort to return.
Says she kind of looks to you and takes the leaves and kind of caresses you under the chin, and she says, "Thank you. I appreciate you, Sonic, more than you could ever know." She says, "Perhaps one day you'll show me the face of what you truly own and not just the one that you borrow."
Someday. I guess, should we pick a direction? It looks like we leave from literally everywhere.
Which way did the elves come from?
So they
Come
came
from?
from
Yes.
the here, and they went to the here, right?
Where did they
Right.
come from? I'm sorry.
came from
The
the
southwest corner.
Well, this is not good, and this is not good. And did we look in here?
Hang on. Did we look in which one?
I don't think we've looked at, I don't think we looked
We
at
haven't
any of
looked in
these.
any of the tunnels yet, I don't think.
No. We've, we've had a lot of excitement in this room.
Yeah.
Well, this one.
Let's do it.
All right.
it. Take a look. Go.
I follow. Toward the front.
Let's go.
Sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky.
Follow from the
stealthy,
front.
stealthy.
I'm
Yeah,
feeling very
I'll-
strong,
You feeling buff again?
super
Alright.
capable.
Let me
You are.
nice. Well, let me perception check and get a rolling then. Let's do this thing.
Where's that from?
What?
Oh,
Super
I feel so
capable.
super good. Where's
Oh,
that from?
it's super good. I don't know.
Perception check. As you start to look down this tunnel, you see that this tunnel cuts through the glacier, heading south, heading down. There's a somewhat steep decline. It goes on for a little bit before it kind of turns and starts to head down even further.
All right.
You do
Okay.
see, with the 26 perception, you do see some foot traffic kind of in this tunnel as well.
Okay.
It does not look as routinely traveled as the foot traffic of where the Drow were walking
Okay.
last night.
Well, let's see what happens here. I'll start to get a little quieter as I get a little further down the tunnel here. And do this.
As you keep walking down the tunnel, it goes on for quite some time. You get about probably a quarter mile or so down the tunnel before you come to a wall with what you come to recognize as Netherese writing in it. And the wall looks to be, as you look closer, you see the outline of what looks to be the shape of a door, perhaps.
Montana, you might want to bring the professor.
Let's take a look. So do we have any markings or anything specific we can tell about the door?
As you come up with the professor, you hear him kind of like almost squeal in giddiness, and he goes, "Well, I'll be darned. I've never thought I'd see one of these in person in all my lives. What you have
You
here,
have multiple lives? We'll come back to that one, but
we'll come back to that one." He says, "What you've seemingly stumbled across here is some sort of arcane door that the Netherese would use to block off different portions of the city."
oh, finally something very Netherese. How do we open it?
Says
So
usually
where
there's some
does it
sort
lead
of
to?
he says where it leads to, that's unknown. Actually, and as you say that, and as he kind of looks at it closer, you hear him say, "Give me a second." Is it? You hear him say, "The Lightning Stadium." He says, "It appears that this doorway leads to the section of the city that contains the Lightning Stadium. That's not something that I've heard of before, but I think that this is likely the way that we would want to go to get to the city."
Oh,
Oh, the Lightning Stadium, okay.
mhm.
He says from what I've read about in ancient Netherese books, these doors are usually opened by some sort of port key of sorts. That when to prevent those from gaining access to different parts of the city, it would be walled off or protected from the less desirable folks from getting in.
The lower caste.
So those who would have access, who should have access, would have some sort of port key that would open the door when they came near to it.
And would these keys be, would there be many of them or were they few?
It would be usually a port key would be assigned to a Netherese, and would give them access to the different areas of the city that they were allowed to transverse between.
So we heard some Netherese down that one tunnel overnight, right? I wonder if
Right.
there's
You did.
like, it wouldn't be something where, during the crash, somebody died there and it left something, maybe, right?
I mean, maybe. I think we need to find this port key. I don't think we'll
Maybe.
be able to brute force our way in. Is it made of wood?
Looking at it, this is definitely not made out of wood.
Ah, well, worth a shot. Or a swing. Okay,
Open
well,
this
I
fucking
think we need
door.
to find, I guess we knock on it.
No, you're gonna knock to get the door to open?
I'm gonna knock.
Do you have
Maybe
the
someone
spell
opened it.
knock? Cause that'd be fantastic.
No, I don't. I don't have the spell knock. That would be good. I could take it back to use one of my special bard spells. Maybe that's a good
Mm.
idea. Future. No, I will actually literally just knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
I knock on the door.
You touch it with your hands.
I did touch it with my gloved hands.
As you go to knock, you feel a slight hesitation, but you do it anyways. You go rap, 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 and you wait, and you wait, and exotic.
Mhm.
You swear you hear in the distance beyond the door a return rap, rap, rap.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just your mind playing tricks on you.
Well, your
Could
mind
be.
isn't always been the best.
Yeah, mine's, I got a mind like a steel sieve.
Well, either way, we need to go get a port key.
Yeah, I say, I think I heard something and then suggest that, it could just be.
I
me
look
being
at
crazy again.
you, concerned, maybe a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
let me know if you hear anything else.
always.
So tell the if you always you're hearing other things, or
Oh,
you
is
always tell
that-
me.
Yeah, I mean, yes, no, maybe,
Is it noisy in there?
that's always.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're okay. Let's go get the rest of everybody.
Alright. Let's maybe
I'm
try
not a
that other
doctor. but
tunnel.
You look fine.
Yeah. I'm fine. Let's
All
maybe
right.
try that other tunnel.
The number 2 tunnel.
You guys knocked on a door.
We knocked on a door. We did.
Yeah.
Why not?
We wanted to get through.
Yeah, how else are we gonna get through? Alright, let's go try that one direction. The band specifically.
Are we going to the slightly
The-
more to the west?
The one that we heard stuff coming out of.
Is that the
in
one
the
the
night.
creatures came out of too?
No, I think that was different. I think
Hmm.
that what we're looking for.
You heard
this
mumbling out of
one.
this one. Yep. And the drow came out of the one to the west.
All right. Well, check it out. You lead the way.
Okay. As you kind of get closer to this tunnel cavern, the roof is much lower here. It's 10 feet tall at most. As you kind of start to look into the cavern, you see huddled together at the west end of this 10-foot tall cave are 4 hunched creatures with spiny backs and sharp claws.
Hmm.
As you glance at them, each one turns and stares at you with a single unblinking eye.
Oh, the one-eyed monsters.
Oh, we found a bunch of one-eyed monsters.
Ask them to marry us.
Ask them to okay.
They'll run.
Don't give them the milk for free.
Alright.
Something about kids and commitment.
Right. Yes. Lots of kids. Many kids. Children.
That's the only way.
Children.
I
with
hadn't
lots
said
of
that I
child
was
support.
sneaking up because I thought it was a bigger room, so they all turn to look at me and I just kind of wave. Greetings. We come in peace.
Do they look familiar? Like I would like to like what species do they look like?
Monty, you recognize these creatures as very similar to the creature that you took Talon from.
No. Oh, we're gonna need help in here probably. Are they hostile towards us?
Do not appear to be hostile yet.
Hmm.
You
The
see them
plant lady
Quixotic
warned us about them.
slowly.
Quixotic, as you say words to them, you see their heads begin to kind of turn to the side.
Guys, we're gonna need some help over here.
I will say it again in Elvish first, I guess.
Back out of the room slowly.
You
Yeah,
see them turn their heads to the other side as if slightly understanding, but still not quite.
right.
That's bad.
Do I see anything that looks like Netherese in the room from where I am?
From where you are, it's hard to say.
Okay. So there's not like a big obelisk like there was in the other room that's visible from there.
Not that's outwardly visible. You do
Right.
see strips of tattered clothing remains kind of hanging off of these creatures.
Okay.
And they look kind of like this. Show.
Like a nothing?
A nothing.
So
All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. ugh. How many of them are there?
you currently see four large eyes looking back at you.
4 large eyes. I don't know. What did Monty?
I think we should probably just go back.
Okay.
I mean,
I
and
think that
regroup
they're
with the group. We should
yeah.
probably
Well, I
regroup.
mean, they're in this room, right? Because we
Yep.
came all the way back.
And we
alright.
heard Netherese in here, so there might be something that compels us into this room, but we might wanna
Yeah. Well,
tactically
yeah. I don't want
approach.
to. I don't want to
Tactically
just
approach.
bust in there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess let's bring the group back.
And as you guys kind of bring everybody
Slowly back
together,
out.
as you slowly back out, you see these creatures kind of slowly, almost curiously, begin to kind of follow, get closer towards the exit of the tunnel and whatnot, kind of looking at you curiously.
Okay, Monty, what do we know about the one you said you recognize this because you took Talon from something like this, right?
Yeah, way back in the caves way back, Van Delver, that area.
Yeah. What do we
Somewhere back
remember
there,
about?
wasn't
Can we
Yeah.
pause for just a second?
it? Yep.
Did you guys see they're coming out with a second part of the Fandelver campaign?
Oh, no, I
What's that?
didn't.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. I mean, like,
Really?
yeah, that's supposedly going to tie together a lot of the storybooks and whatnot, or the campaigns.
Mhm.
So
That's really neat.
We shall discuss further maybe after the game part. Okay, so yeah, we back out. So you fought one of these things before. I don't remember what its deal was.
They weren't they weren't happy. I think that they're more provoking, right? They're curious, but they may become very aggressive if we present to them an attack. So maybe how long does pass without trace last?
an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, it's gone. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about I'm gonna, I guess, try and break line of sight and then run the long way around so I can just kind of sneak in if they follow us all the way out.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
No,
You're
not at all.
Which you're gonna
So
run
I'm gonna
clockwise around the room.
We're both gonna go this way, and then I'm just gonna kind of try and run, out the wall, or like stealthily as I can, so that I go around, like they know I left going this direction, just go all the way around and just kind of hide here if I can get there.
Okay.
Or anywhere that's out of line of sight, and then hopefully if they come all the way out, I can just sneak into wherever they are. I just want to see if there's something ancient in this room that we need to get our hands on.
Are we still hearing netherese at all or anything like that, or?
You're hearing slight babbling of netherese.
Sound like it's coming from them or from the direction they're coming?
You get the sense that it is a jumbled mess coming from them.
Oh, it's from them?
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Alright, well, there goes my theory. I just assumed they were that there was an artifact or something in there.
Professor Scott Monty, you hear him say, these creatures appear to be almost ancient netherese turned into whatever they are, whatever aberrations these are now.
Hmm.
Interesting. I wonder if they have any port keys on them.
I mean,
We've come across these before and they were hostile, so.
are you proposing we just shank the bejesus out of them, or what's your?
I mean, we can wait, but like aside from the plant lady, like everything's been pretty hostile here.
I'm not
Um,
disagreeing.
I guess group, I let everybody know, right? We're probably all back here. They're probably slowly moving out. What do you guys want to do? These things are likely going to attack. They're probably like, transformed or morphed or, depraved netherese. They got the golem treatment, but
Bewizarded.
they've been twisted by cursed arcane magic somewhere and others.
Monty, as you're talking, you see this eye, kind of this large, like dinner plate sized eye, begin to like peer out of the cavern and look at you as you're starting to talk to everybody else. Not necessarily posing any threats as of yet, but looking at you curiously.
Cause Scott knows netherese a little bit, right?
He does.
Yeah, could I have him ask them, like say something to them in netherese, like, hello, friend, or something like that in netherese, and
Amen.
As he says, hello, friend. You see it kind of, you haven't seen it blink its eye yet. And as Professor Scott from your shoulder says, hello, friend, you see it blink its eye twice. And you hear it respond in that netherese tongue.
Professor, do you want to translate?
Professor Scott says, it's hard to understand, but it seems to question the word friend.
I'll take Talon and I'll kind of like gesture, like I'll sheath Talon and I'll spread my arms, like, and I'll mimic Professor Scott in the word.
Robot.
I'll say, help, right? I'll say, Professor Scott, can you see if they could help us?
And as you kind of sheath Talon and Professor Scott, you hear him say in Loris, you hear him say, or what you assume that he's saying is, will you please help my friends? The creature in the front that's kind of poked its head out, you see him kind of like take an imaginary sword and like sheath it, and kind of pat down his chest, similar to what you did, almost mimicking you. And you hear him almost repeat word for word what Professor Scott said of, will you please help my friends?
Why don't you mime gathering a key
Yeah,
and handing it to us?
yeah. I'll ask key or port key or door and mimic like opening a door and you know something like that.
You hear Professor Scott kind of try and translate what you said, and you see it's kind of start to go squat down on like its hind legs and on its like hands, and begin to like circle around, almost getting agitated. And you hear Professor Scott say, it appears these creatures are stuck on this side of the wall as well. There was a fifth in their party that has gone missing.
Do they know where? Do they need help? Like,
So,
can we work together? I do like together. Help me, you. Yeah, like it seems like they can converse a little bit. So I guess like, do you need our help? Can we assist you? We want to get on the other side of the door too.
Kind of through broken Loris, they you see them kind of like gesture up, and they say they're kind of like help. They kind of put their hands out and say help, and they kind of like almost gesture of like their hands opening up a door, and that you get the sense that they were unable to gather their friend that was taken or was
Mhm.
lost.
Where
yeah.
was he? Yeah, we will help you if you help, if we can get through the door together, we will help you. Where's your friend?
see, taken, eaten.
Oh, I mean, either way.
You see them kind of get
there's a key
agitated,
somewhere.
but you see it
Maybe.
like put out like 3 of its like clawed fingers, like trying to gesture to you, going like 1, 2, 3. 3 elves.
Oh, okay.
Ah, the dark elves.
So they just came. Okay, so they
just
came
came
by
through here.
going in the north tunnel and they have not come back. So do we want to go to the north tunnel or the south or the southwest tunnel?
Probably where they went, the north tunnel, which is
Okay.
where that other thing went.
Yeah,
The
that's
other
where they
things
are
went.
currently. Yeah.
We should probably, probably just hit that one off. Can you want to stay here? We'll bring your friend back. And then we will go through the door together.
See him kind of blink as Professor Scott kind of translate to stay here, and that you will find their friend.
Is there anything you can help us to get your friend back? Any way you could help us? Information, trinkets, something.
The Nothic, the creature kind of like looks at the one behind him, and kind of grabs a long tattered piece of cloth, and hands it to you. I kind of gingerly comes out of the cavern and hands it to you, kind of arms stretched out, with the claws just barely holding on to it, and puts it over you, and it says friend.
Thank you, friend. Yes, thank you. Is the other one naked now?
I mean, like, it's mostly
I feel
naked
bad.
anyways.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you, friend. I will cherish this for 3 seconds. Until I'm out of eyesight. Thank you. We will get your friend and come back, and then we will do the door thing. Wait here. Okay.
And
Let's go.
Professor Scott translates the word back to you, that it says wait.
Wait. All right. Let's go save ourselves a Nothic.
Let's go.
All right, off we go.
Okay, which direction are you guys heading first?
Whichever way the drow are going.
So up to the
What did
north.
Plant Lady say? She said north.
So
Well, they passed by.
Yeah, you guys saw them come out
That
of the
way.
tunnel to the southwest and head up to the tunnel to the north. There is
So the creatures
an
that-
additional tunnel to the east that you guys have not
Okay.
gone through yet either. That you have not seen anything or heard anything in there yet. So
Let's go to the north. Let's follow the drow first, and then we'll.
Mhm.
okay. As you guys get ready to make your way to the north, I think we're gonna call it there.
Mm.
Because you guys are gonna do some exploring next time. If you guys are cool with that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So,
fine.
okay. Well, why don't you guys go ahead and create a marching order to the north, so we kind of are set up and ready to go for next time right away.
Yeah. I will be first.
I'll be behind you quick so we can kind of what we've been doing. If there's anything Professor Scott can lend us insight on, I'll make sure I relay it to you.
Okay. And as you guys kind of look back at the grove where you guys have been, you see Hathwin kind of standing up on near the top of some of the trees, kind of standing in the opening of a doorway on one of the tall branches up there, kind of waving to you guys as you guys head north out of her grove of trees.
Single tear comes on my face as I leave.
Heck, exotic. Never know when you're gonna find love.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have a date too. You come
Yeah.
back
I
after we
do, I think.
yeah,
I'm looking for
Piss
love
off
in
the
all the
Fae.
wrong places, and those places are
glacier.
everywhere above ground.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Alright.
All right.
End our live
you, thank
stream
you.
there. I think Vampire